The tear-off is done. The crew pulls back the last section and there's rotted decking underneath. You've got three options. You handle it quietly and eat the cost. You call the homeowner and figure it out. Or you knew exactly what to do before you ever got on that roof.
Which one saves the job?
The third one, every time. This is the working document. Today's episode is built for one person, the Reroof project manager who is on a job right now, or about to be. We're covering every situation where you need to stop and either file a supplement with the insurance company or write a change order with the homeowner, and how to know which one you need in the moment.
This isn't theoretical.
Nothing about this episode is theoretical. These are real situations that happen on real jobs. Let's go through them one by one.
Before we get into the situations, make sure everyone's clear on the difference between a supplement and a change order.
A supplement is a request to the insurance company for additional payment beyond what's in the original scope. The scope was approved, the job is underway, and you've discovered something that wasn't accounted for. You go back to the carrier and say, "Here's what we found, here's what it costs, here's the documentation."
And a change order?
A change order is a written agreement between you and the homeowner that modifies the original contract. It could be additional scope the homeowner wants, something you discovered that needs to be addressed, or a material upgrade. It changes the price and the scope, and the homeowner signs off on it before any additional work starts.
Can you need both at the same time?
On an insurance job, absolutely. You discover rotted decking. That's a supplement to the carrier and a potential change order if the carrier's decking rate doesn't cover your actual cost. Different documents, different recipients, both necessary.
What's the rule of thumb for which one you reach for first?
On an insurance job, supplement first. You want to know what the carrier is going to pay before you tell the homeowner what they owe. On a cash job, it's always a change order. There's no insurance company in the picture.
Rotted or damaged decking. This comes up constantly. Walk me through it.
The insurance scope either has a decking allowance, a certain number of sheets at a set price, or it has nothing because the adjuster couldn't see the decking condition during the inspection. Either way, when you pull the shingles and find damage, you stop.
You stop the job?
You stop that section. You document. You photograph every damaged sheet from multiple angles, close enough to see the rot or soft spots, wide enough to show the location on the roof. You count the sheets. You note the dimensions.
Then what?
If it's an insurance job, you call the adjuster or submit through the carrier's supplement portal with photos and a line item for the additional decking. Don't assume they'll pay without documentation. They won't.
What if the supplement is going to take a few days to get approved?
You have a conversation with the homeowner and you document it. You explain what was found, you show them the photos, you tell them the job cannot be safely completed without addressing it. You get their written authorization, through the change order form in the app, to proceed while the supplement is pending, and you note that the homeowner understands the supplement is in process.
Never just fix it and figure out the money later?
Never. You lose leverage the moment you install. Once the new decking is down, the adjuster's motivation to approve the supplement drops significantly. Do the paperwork first.
Rotted fascia, same process?
Same process, same discipline. Tear-off reveals fascia that's deteriorated, common on older homes where water has been migrating behind the drip edge for years. You document it, you photograph it with measurements, and you determine whether it's part of the storm damage or pre-existing.
Why does that distinction matter?
Because if it's storm-related, it belongs in the supplement. If it's pre-existing, it's a change order with the homeowner, and it's not an insurance item. Some of it may be both, fascia that was already softened and the storm pushed it over the edge. In that case, you document your professional assessment and let the adjuster make the call on coverage.
How do you write that assessment?
Factually, Inspection of fascia at the east elevation revealed deterioration consistent with long-term moisture intrusion and impact damage at the following locations. Not "the wood is a mess." Professional language, specific locations, photos attached. Use the change order form in the app. It forces the structure.
You're on the roof and you realize the existing ventilation doesn't meet code. Is that a supplement?
It should be. Ventilation upgrades required to meet current code are a covered item on most policies because they're a code-required improvement. You cannot install a new roof system over a ventilation setup that doesn't comply. That's a warranty and liability issue.
How do you document it?
You photograph the existing vents, type, quantity, location. You calculate the required net-free area based on the attic square footage. There's a formula, and the Austermiller training materials cover the math. You show the existing versus required numbers. You identify what needs to be added or replaced. That package goes to the adjuster as a supplement.
What if the homeowner says they don't want new vents?
Then you explain that installing a new roof without compliant ventilation voids the manufacturer's warranty and creates a future moisture and heat damage issue that they'll own. Most homeowners understand when it's explained that way. If they still decline, you document the refusal and note it on the change order that they've declined the code-required upgrade against your recommendation. That protects you.
Flashings. What triggers a supplement or change order here?
Any flashing condition that's worse than what the original scope captured. Chimney flashing that looked serviceable from the ground but is cracked or separated at close range. Step flashing along a dormer that's corroded through. Counter flashing that's been caulked over 3 times and is failing.
The scope might say reuse existing flashing.
That's the phrase to watch. Reuse existing is appropriate when the existing flashing is in good condition. When it's not, when you're actually on the roof looking at it, you document why reuse is not appropriate and you supplement for replacement.
What's the documentation?
Close-up photos showing the condition. A written note explaining why replacement is necessary. Corrosion through the metal, failed sealant, improper original installation. If you can cite the relevant flashing standard or manufacturer requirement, do it. Adjusters respond to specificity.
And the change order piece?
If the carrier won't cover it or the homeowner has a cash job, you write a change order for the flashing replacement with the specific locations, the material spec, and the cost. Homeowner signs before you order the material.
You're up there and the pipe boots are cracked or the wrong type for the new system. What do you do?
Check the scope first. Pipe boots should be a line item, 1 per penetration. If the scope has them, make sure the count matches what's on the roof. If there are more penetrations than the scope shows, that's a supplement for the difference.
What if they're on the scope, but the condition requires full replacement versus the scope calling for reuse?
Same principle as flashing. Document the condition, photograph it, supplement for replacement. A cracked rubber boot on a new roof system is a leak waiting to happen. It's not a reuse situation regardless of what the original scope says.
Is this worth supplementing on a small job?
Every item that's legitimately owed belongs on the supplement, regardless of dollar amount. Pipe boots at $30 to $50 each. If there are 10 of them that need replacement, that's $300 to $500. That's not small. And the habit of not supplementing small items adds up to thousands of dollars per year left on the table.
Mid-job, the homeowner walks out and says they want a different ridge cap color. Or they want to add a skylight. Or they want upgraded gutters while you're there. What's the protocol?
Everything the homeowner requests beyond the original scope is a change order. No exceptions, no handshake deals, no "we'll figure it out."
Even if it's small?
Especially if it's small. Small verbal agreements are exactly what become big disputes 6 weeks later when the homeowner doesn't remember agreeing to pay for it.
What goes in the change order?
Description of the additional work. Material specification. If they're changing ridge cap color, note the specific product and color. The additional cost, broken out clearly. Any impact on the project timeline. The homeowner's signature, dated.
What if they don't want to sign? They say, just do it, I trust you.
You tell them you appreciate the trust and that the change order protects both of you. It means they know exactly what they agreed to and what it costs, and you know you're authorized to proceed. Professional language, no negotiation. The form exists for a reason.
Are there situations where you don't make the supplement call yourself? You escalate?
Yes. Any supplement over a certain dollar threshold, know what that is for your role at Austermiller, anything that involves a structural concern, decking that shows underlying framing damage, ridge board deterioration, anything that goes beyond roofing into the structure, any situation where the homeowner is getting upset or disputing the additional work. Those go up the chain.
Why does the threshold matter? And the structural stuff?
You are not a structural engineer. If you open up a roof and find something that concerns you about the structure underneath, you stop work on that section, you document it, and you call it in. Don't guess. Don't cover it up. Don't proceed. Structural issues become your liability the moment you put a roof over them without documentation.
Quick hits, 3 field reminders before you go back out there.
1. Photograph before you touch anything. Before any tear-off, before any supplemental condition is addressed. Photo first. Your camera is your documentation and your protection. 2. The change order form is in the app. You don't need a paper form. You don't need to write something up from scratch. Pull up the app, fill out the change order, have the homeowner sign on the screen. Done. 3. When in doubt, document and call. There is no situation on a job site that gets better by being ignored. If something looks off, write it down, photograph it, and get a second set of eyes. That's not weakness. That's how professionals operate.
This one felt different from the other episodes.
It's built for the field. The other episodes are about understanding the system. This one is about what you do at 8 in the morning when the crew pulls back the decking and you're staring at a problem.
Know the answer before you need it.
That's the whole point of being prepared. The job doesn't run itself. Now you know how to run it.